better teams, you need to show up with 110%. So that's what we bring to the table today.
Okay, final question. Any changes to your starting 11?
Yeah, we have got one change. Ikramullah is out and Muhammad Amir is in.
Very well remembered. Nice to see you. Okay, one change as they choose to bowl first. Come in here, Rohit. Rohit, what would you have done? Would you have bowled or batted first? Just come right in here, buddy.
I think it's a good toss to lose because if you see last couple of matches here, it's always tough to chase here. So eventually, whichever team is playing good cricket, I think it's winning. So we have to do our basics rights and bat well, I think.
How much of that first game did you watch? Another thrilling match, went right to the death. Oman got over the line. Pitch looked a little bit tricky, bit of turn in there.
Yeah, I think pitch was looking a little bit uneven because the balls which were bowled in good length areas, it was keeping low. So I think it will be always a tough task to chase. So the last game was uneven and we are playing on the same wicket. So we need to bat sensibly and put a good score on board and challenge them.
I haven't asked you about last night yet, or yesterday afternoon. Have you recovered? I don't think I really have yet. It was an incredible game of cricket.
Yeah, absolutely. We have to recover because we have an important game today to win. And yeah, it was a great game yesterday. And the way all of boys played, I think that was incredible. And we have moved on from that. And because today is a very important game for us, and we are looking for today's game now.
Tough schedule, no doubt. Final question: any changes to your 11?
Yeah, we have one change, one tactical change. Lalit Rajbansi misses out.
Said the captain, it's a tactical change. Mohammad Adil comes in place of Lalit Rajbanshi, winning the game by 1 run yesterday against UAE. Tibil Singh is the man of the match for yesterday. Now let's see the Qatar team. Mirza Mohammad Baig, the captain, he also has one change. Ikramullah is a very formidable side, Qatar. And we'll look at the points table. Oman with the second win in the Super Sixes moves to 6 points, top of the table, whereas UAE, they've lost both the matches in the Super Sixes. Nepal on second at 4, and Japan registering a win yesterday against Samoa, earning 2 points. The openers of Nepal, Asif Sheikh and Kushal Patel, ready for the game. And I would like to invite my good old friend Andrew Leonard here in the comment box. Good evening, Lenny.
Good evening, mate. Great to be with you. And it feels like we've hardly had a chance to catch our breath after last night's extraordinary game of cricket. Under the floodlights, Japan against Samoa, and that was really just building upon an all-time classic of El Clasico. I cannot remember the last time Nepal and UAE served up a poor game. They almost always exclusively deal in iconic games of cricket, and we were treated to another one yesterday afternoon, and then Japan versus Samoa that followed it up, well, was equally as good, to be honest. Japan harbouring real aspirations of a first ever World Cup spot, particularly with UAE's travails. Not exactly sure what's going on in the camp at the moment. An injury to Basil Hamid. A few selections that are leaving some wise observers perplexed. And it means that there are scenarios where you will qualify with 2 wins, but there are also scenarios where you get to 3 wins and don't qualify, because 4 teams can get to 6 points or more. It'll just depend upon exactly as to how the group works out. And whilst Mirza Mohammad Baig said this is a must win, I understand him saying that it's do or die. This is a must win. I understand him saying that it's do or die. The toss was what he was talking about. They could also squeeze through with just 2 victories. Unlikely, potentially, but there are methods and mechanics in which 4 points will get you through. It's a fascinating format, this, because we've never had it before. Nepal are sitting pretty, but in all reality, it's Oman, the home side, that are the happiest with their lot after just squeezing over the line. It was a very low-scoring encounter the afternoon game that preceded this, and we're playing on the same surface. Floodlights might aid it a little bit, but I'm still not expecting anything like what we saw the last time these two sides met at this very venue, where Nepal plundered 210 for 7, and you Qatar made 180 in response. That was the famous Dipender Singh 6 sixes in an over game. Kushal Bertel will open the batting alongside Asif Sheikh, and it will be Mirza Mohammed Beg, the captain, to open the bowling for Qatar. Here we go. It's a slow pitch, and what we saw throughout that afternoon game, Paresh, was plenty keeping low and a few turning.
Yeah, uneven bounce as well. The players of Oman and even UAE said that the pitch was a bit slow, uneven bounce. The ball was keeping low from the good length area.
Yeah, in some ways it makes the power play all the more important. It doesn't mean you can get 50 or 60 off it. If you could accumulate 35 or 40 without losing a wicket, you'd be in a good position. Just see there, complete lack of pace, isn't there? I think it's a good selection adjustment from Nepal. I can see exactly why they've gone with Mohammed Adil Alam, probably as much for his bowling as his batting.
He's taken 4 wickets against West Indies in the second encounter at Sharjah. That is why I think the support staff went with Adil Alam.
What a great return for him, Paresh, to international cricket. 3-year gap. He's right on the money is Mirza Mohammed Beg, but the first runs go to Kushal Bertel. For Qatar, they've been, well, quietly impressive. Just the one victory thus far. That got them through the group stages, but there's a lot of talent in the team and also a fair bit of experience. You think about the grand old statesman Mohammed Tanvir, 44 years of age there, leading T20I run scorer. He could get to 2,000 T20I runs tonight.
Qatar, they had moments in the group stages as well against UAE, the first game they played, and even against Oman in the Super 6 encounter.
Asif Sheikh was in a good touch between these two sides when they met last year. He made 52. He made 50 in the last game as well. It just found it a bit tricky after a good start. Struggled to kind of really get going through his innings then.
It all started, they had a very good opening stand, Asif Sheikh and Kushal Patel. When Kushal Patel got out, then it went a bit slow for Nepal. That is why they only managed to get 140.
140 felt a very average score, didn't it? Felt under par that night. Funny thing is, this evening, 140 could be quite a good score. And I know there was a lot of jubilation. I've been sent some of the most incredible videos from across Nepal. Paresh, I'm sure you've seen some of them on social media. We've seen fans on the back of motorbikes, fans up in the fields, people gathering together in big groups. So a pair of kind of slightly middle-aged women dancing in celebration. There might have been 2 mums together as Beg just has a bit of a niggle with his leg. She's had throughout the competition. Every time I see these pictures from Nepal, they fill me full of joy. But there's no guarantee they'll have a throw-away tonight. It's going to be a tough match, isn't it? Just 2 runs from the first over indicate that. 2 for none.
Yes,
Laksha Anek, Energy 8. Energy भनेकै Red Bull. 100% pure sunflower बाट बनेको Dhara Health Refined Sunflower Oil.
गजबको पिरो अब 120 ग्राम 20% एक्स्ट्रा तौलसँगै रु 50 मा गजबको पिरो बबाल पिरो छ.
Has been strong enough. Whatever score they get, they'll be comfortable or confident that they're in the game. Problem is, from what I saw in this afternoon's contest, look, it could prove to be completely different under the floodlights, but I just don't see this being a 160, 170, 180 kind of day. Now, Bertel is the power, Gulshan Jah is the power to maybe change that, as it will be Amir Farouk to open the bowling, the left-arm seamer. He's going to carry the mantle of the left-arm seamer with no Mohammed Ikramullah. Bit of a surprise to see him miss out, but he's slightly in different form, the experienced left-armer.
Farouk is going to bowl from the media box, and there's a slip in place. A deep third, the boundary rider for the first 6 overs, the power play, and the deep square leg backward is behind square.
Yeah, our two umpires just asking Qatar to get on with it. They don't want to warn them immediately. Rahul Asher standing at this end, Shiju Sam at square leg. There's Asif Sheikh, cuts that one away very swiftly. A little bit of extra pace on the ball, and there are raucous cheers up in the main media centre stand here, because that will be the first boundary. Feel like the power play is important, and Asif Sheikh picks up from where he left off last night.
There was a bit of a shape into the right-hander, but Asif Sheikh gave himself a slight bit of room and cut that towards the backward point region for a boundary. Pace on deliveries are coming nicely onto the back, that you can see.
A lot of the problems that were caused in the Oman UAE game, particularly think of Sufyan Mahmood with all of his quality. Full toss driven straight to the fielder. Oh, direct hit might have been interesting, as it's the skipper himself that does the fielding. This might have been very close. Throw was quite wild and wide of the stumps, but Sheikh had to get going.
Mid-off was exactly on the circle, edge of the circle. That is why he timed it very well.